Hello everyone, I'm Alicia and I'm going to dictate the answers of the chapter The Incident of the Letter of class 5. I had uploaded the same video earlier also, and the same question answers are there for the Collins book, but there was some issue with that particular video, so I'm just re-uploading this again. And if you get any other answers apart from the questions or answers which I'm dictating, then you can go with those, whatever your teacher or your mentors teach you. Okay, so it's up to you. So your first question is, what kind of a person was Dr. Jekyll? So if you have read the chapter, so you know that Dr. Jekyll was a generous person. What kind of a relationship did Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Utterson share? So they both were friends and they had a good bonding. So I have written a very simple answer for this. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Utterson have a strong friendship. They both shared an understanding relationship between each other. What did Dr. Jekyll tell Mr. Utterson about the letter? Was Dr. Jekyll being truthful? Dr. Jekyll told Mr. Utterson that he had received a letter from Edward Hyde and needs his advice on it. No, Dr. Jekyll was not being truthful. That means Dr. Jekyll was actually lying. Your next question is, what was Mr. Guest's analysis of the two sets of handwriting that he compared? Mr. Guest analyzed from the two sets of letter that there was a strange resemblance. The two hands were in many points identical, only differently sloped. What was Dr. Jekyll's motive for showing the letter to Mr. Utterson? Dr. Jekyll's motive for showing the letter to Mr. Utterson was to make him feel better, as he had been worried about Hyde's influence for Jekyll's will. So, what is the meaning of will over here? यहाँ पे will का मतलब है वसीहत. Okay, so let us continue with the reference to context. So your first reference to context and first reference line is, you have heard the news, and your question is, who said this and to whom? Your answer is Mr. Utterson said to Dr. Jekyll. Now your second question for the same reference, what was the speaker referring to? The speaker was referring to or referring about the murder of Sir Danvers Carew, who was a member of Parliament. So you know that this is a murder mystery of Sir Danvers Carew, who was also a mutual friend of Dr. Jekyll as well as Mr. Utterson. Alright. Your third question is, why did the speaker visit the other person's house? The speaker visited the person's house as he was his friend and was worried about him. Next, your second reference is, your line is, yes sir, indeed, the public is very upset about it. And your first question is, who said this and to whom? Your answer is, this is said by Mr. Guest to Mr. Utterson. Your second question is, what was the public so upset about? The public was upset about the brutal murder of Mr. Carew and the visits of Mr. Hyde to Dr. Jekyll's house. Your third question is, what was the speaker asked to do next? The speaker was asked to tell his views about the document of a murderer by Mr. Utterson. Okay, so I'm finally showing you the pages so that it can be helpful. These are all answers. You can have a look on this. Then the second page. You can take screenshot of these answers. Okay everyone, since it was a request from someone, that's why I have re-uploaded this video. Alright, and if you want to have a little bit more idea about this particular extract, then you can read the novel also from where it has been taken. Alright, so I'll meet you in the next video. Right now I'm continuing with the French Revolution, by the way. So I will see whichever videos or topics I'm able to cover up. So bye bye, take care.